Well, I thought his split was not as consistent as it has been. And that's a huge pitch for him, obviously. And he left a couple up today that didn't move a lot, and that was probably the difference.
Did you feel like hitters were swinging early with him more so than they had been in the past?
A little bit. But we've seen that as well. We've seen that from other teams. But I just thought that his split wasn't as consistent as it's been all year.
He's been so good all year long so far. Is it almost rare to see him not be able to make those in-game adjustments?
Yeah. I don't know if it was all pretty wet out there at times. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but, he still only gave up 4 runs, in 6 innings. I mean, I know it's not what we're used to seeing, but he still didn't pitch, that bad.
You mentioned the conditions. You went out there to the mound, something going on with the mound there. It wasn't comfortable.
He was just slipping a little bit. We wanted to make sure they didn't get hurt. They were good about it. They fixed it, and we moved on. So we knew there was a lot of bad weather in the area, and actually surprised we didn't have a rain delay today. I thought it would rain harder, but it didn't.
What was Hamill able to do to get the best?
It seems like that we barreled some balls, but we just hit them up. It just seems like we just missed. And he's got good movement. I mean, we've seen him very good with Baltimore the last few years. So. Girardi starts off with a base hit, and then, it looks like we might have a chance to score there. And he's just got good movement on his pitches. I thought his slider was really good tonight, and he made some big pitches with it.
I mean, there's a couple hits as an offense tonight, but overall a little stagnant. But look at Ellsbury, 1 hit in his last 23 at-bats. What have you seen with him in the batter's box?
He's struggling a little bit. He's kind of in between. So it's a guy that... was so good the first 5 weeks of the season. He's in a little funk now. We got to get him out of it and get him going. He's a big part of our offense.
Joe Tanaka did so good against guys with 2 strikes and with running score position. When you see them, I'm not the first obviously I've got that hit, 2-strike hit. Does that tell you that the split on a splitter? Did that tell you the splitter was?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually below the zone, and that one wasn't. He left it up, and he did that a few times tonight, and that was the biggest difference.
Are you interested in seeing just how Tanaka does against teams the second time around?
I wouldn't make too much of that. If he has his good splitter tonight, I think he gives a much better performance. Since it's the first time that he saw a team twice and they scored 4 runs, people are probably going to make a big deal out of it. But I think he's given up 4 runs before in a start, so I wouldn't make too much of it. I just didn't think he had a good split tonight.
What was the challenge?
Well, once I got back to the dugout, I realized I wasn't able to challenge it, and I was actually shocked that they were actually going over. But he swung and missed, and it hit him. And it should have been strike 3. We ended up getting strike 3 anyway. But since they went over, after I got back to the dugout, I wasn't going to say, no. But I told the guys on the bench, I said, I can't challenge that. I'm surprised that they're going over to do it. But, we still get the out, and it's not a big deal.
Joe, you get to keep your
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Joe, you said not here to pitch that bad. I mean, do you think he was just kind of due for a loss, considering how long it's been? Sometimes the law of averages gets you.
I don't think you're ever. I don't know if I'd put it that way. But as I said, a lot of things have to go right to have such a long winning streak. Sometimes your offense is going to have to pick you up a little bit, and we just didn't do it tonight. I don't think he would ever say, though, he's due for a loss.
I know you're trying not to put excess pressure on him, but just what's going on with the rotation? Did this start to feel magnified to you?
No, I'm not going to magnify him. I don't think it's fair to him, and I don't think it's fair to the rest of the guys. Everyone has to contribute here. If we're going to get to where we want to be, everyone has to contribute, and you can't expect one guy to take you to that spot. So, we didn't win tonight. We go out and try to win tomorrow.